I scroll past get rich quick videos all the time. Hustle harder, invest earlier, buy my course, filmed in a luxury rented supercar. Most of it is just noise. It isn't relevant to the average person who has a career, a family, and very limited time. If it worked for everyone, everyone would be rich. Here's the uncomfortable truth: wealth isn't built on shortcuts, hype, or flashy trends. It's built on systems, not theory, not life hacks. A system you can actually use, repeatable and practical. Three pillars, three ways normal people can build durable, sustainable wealth whilst everybody else chases flashy, hyped up ideas. No gurus, no miracles, just leverage. Most people are underpaid because they're replaceable. It's not that they're not talented, it's that they're replaceable. The fastest way out of this isn't being the best at the world in something. It's combining two or three skills into a rare skill set that nobody else has or is very rare to find. LinkedIn data showed that on average, people with two or three unique skill sets get paid between 25 and 40% higher than the median salary within their industry. For example, you could be great at data analysis, you could be great at, or at least learning about AI, and you could be a clear and effective communicator. You put all of those together, and you've got someone who can understand data, articulate data, and streamline the way in which data is collected and presented, an incredibly valuable skill set. Another example would be someone who's a great storyteller. And they're also great at simplifying complex ideas. You couple those two skills with some deep knowledge around a particular industry, and you become a thought leader and a brilliant strategist for that industry or that specific niche. Most professions push mastery in one skill, but the big unlock is combining two or three different skills that make you incredibly rare in that industry. I worked with someone who was a great data analyst. They were a pleasure to work with, but most importantly, they were great at Excel and they were great at understanding data and presenting it. But the problem was that this is quite a laborious task. They went away and built out a third skill. They went and learned about AI for how to present data. And they created a tool that they brought back to the business that ultimately streamlined the amount of time it took to analyze that data and also improve the quality of the output through the product that they developed. That person instantly, pretty much like within a month or two, got promoted after they brought that back because they created leverage from their skill set that no one else in the business had. So most people chase mastery in one skill, but the big opportunity is mastery in multiple skills. That creates more leverage and distinctiveness for you. This week, pick one complementary skill that supports you in your career. Try learning it. You don't have to be a master in it. You just need to be good enough to create that distinction between you and everybody else with your skill set. A side hustle usually means late nights, loads of effort, and selling stuff that nobody really wants. There's a million and one side hustle ideas. They very rarely make money. Here's the reality: small time ideas aren't the thing that will succeed. You need to think about it in terms of economics. You want something where somebody else has a problem, and it's a problem that you can ideally solve repeatedly. And then ideally, you charge on outcomes, not your time. This kind of leverage will often come from an existing skill set. And there was a study from the US that showed that people that have side hustles that leverage their existing skill sets usually see about 20 to 50% increase in their income versus a small side hustle that doesn't build on their existing skills that often saw less than 10%. Think about things like this. How can you create an AI model that's specialized in your industry? How can you create a scalable report or scalable information that adds value to multiple companies in your industry? What is something you can build once that solves problems that you can leverage over time? Most people think side hustles are grind. They shouldn't be. It should be a problem that you can solve for businesses that's scalable. Think about what the smallest viable version of that product could be. Use that to get feedback. feedback beats perfection. You'll see on a lot of other channels small value, fun side hustles, but they rarely make money. This way is an actual scalable way to build leverage based on your experience. When it comes to investing, patience beats cleverness. The biggest barrier to growing your investments is your mind and your behaviors. Forget hot tips, crypto hypes, or the latest fads. What you need is time, automation, and getting out of the way. Pick broad, low cost, diversified portfolios that charge low fees. Contribute consistently and ignore the noise. It's commonly known that consistent contributions to a Vanguard global tracker will deliver better performance than an actively managed fund. You do that consistently over 10 or even 20 years, you will be rich. I've tried spread betting, I've tried day trading. It never made me money. I know no one that's ever made money doing that, right? What I do know is the people that invest in pensions and in stocks and shares in addition are the ones who have money behind them now. It doesn't matter how much you earn, it matters how you invest your money. And it's hard, right? It's hard to always make that investment. You can always think of things that need to be paid for. Holidays are a big one. But consistency and discipline over time are always worth it in the long term. Investing isn't about being clever, it's about time in the market. Set up consistent automatic contributions. A small amount is fine, and then just leave it to run. Consistency does the heavy lifting. Investment gurus sell excitement. This is slow, it's boring, and it's real. And that's why it works. Wealth isn't built in bursts, it's built in systems. Skill stacking protects your career. An intelligent side hustle makes money on the side. And smart, consistent, boring investing builds that wealth over time. Pick one pillar and start. Choose a direction, choose an action, and watch it work for you. The framework to remember: stack, side, automate. 6 months from now, the person who uses their time to focus on even just one of those three pillars will be further ahead than anyone chasing get rich quick schemes or hype driven money ideas. Please subscribe if you found this useful and you want to build a brain that drives success.